Ah, look at you, so fragile. Your emotions are all over the place like a storm you can't control. Anger, fear, sadness, they're choking you, aren't they? Making you weak. It's almost funny. You think those feelings make you strong. You think if you hold on to them tightly enough, you'll somehow win. But here's a secret for you, they're tearing you apart. They're eating you from the inside out, and you're just letting them. You're letting them rip you to pieces while you sit there shaking, screaming in your own head. Pathetic. But here's the thing. There's actually something beautiful in all that chaos and that pain. That's where your real strength is if you can just learn how to control it. Emotions are like bombs. If you hold them too close, they'll blow up. If you let them run wild, they'll burn everything down. You think you're angry at the world, right? You think you're sad because things went wrong. But guess what? The world doesn't care. People don't care. That sadness, that anger, it's just a leash. You're walking around letting your emotions pull you in every direction, making you their puppet. And you're too caught up in it. Too busy crying, shouting like some kid who can't handle it. But I'm going to teach you something tonight. How to take that anger, that misery, and make it work for you. Not the other way around. You've been holding on to all that pain, thinking it will give you power, right? Hoping that if you let it all out, maybe things will change. But listen up, pain doesn't change anything. Control does. Real power comes from taking those wild, out of control emotions and putting them in check. Emotions are stupid. They don't think, they don't plan. They just react. You're letting them drag you around like a dog on a chain. The more you give in, the tighter that chain gets. Until one day, snap, it'll break you. And then you'll be left wondering where everything went wrong. I want to know where it went wrong. When you let your emotions control you. But it doesn't have to be like that. No. You can turn it around. You can take that anger, that sadness, and turn it into something useful. Picture this, you're still angry, but now you're in control. You're not just a wreck, swinging your fists aimlessly. You're focused. You know when to let your anger burn and when to snuff it out. And when it's time to act, you act with purpose. No wasted energy, no useless outbursts, just cold, focused rage. That's real power. Not the mess you've got going on now. But don't get it twisted. It's not going to be easy, it takes work. You've got to stop thinking like a victim. I stopped thinking you're just being pushed around by your emotions. You need to start thinking like a hunter. Emotions aren't your enemy. They're just tools, weapons you can use when you need them, not when they take over. Imagine this the next time you feel like losing it. The next time that sadness hits you like a wave, you don't flinch. You don't break. You control it. You turn that sadness into calm, clear focus. You take that rage and sharpen it like a blade. And then when you're ready, you strike. You let your emotions out, but only when it benefits you, only when it gets you what you want. Here's the thing, kid, once you learn to control your emotions, you'll realize how much of a joke they really are. All that crying, all that screaming, it's just noise meant to distract you from what really matters, control. Do you really think the world cares about your feelings? It doesn't. People don't care about your tears or your anger, but they respect power. They fear control. And once you have that, once you can look people in the eye, stay calm, and smile while they're losing their minds, that's when you've won. Because you'll have something they'll never have: discipline. They'll flail around, scream, and cry like babies. But you'll be calm, collected, and dangerous. You'll be the storm they can't shake. And here's the best part, once you master this, you'll become unstoppable. You'll be the one pulling the strings, not the one letting your emotions control you. You'll learn to laugh at the pain, smile at the anger, and use the sadness as fuel. People will look at you and wonder how. How did you become so cold, so calculated? How did you stop being weak? And you'll just smile because they'll never understand. They'll be too busy feeling while you're too busy winning. That's the real joke, isn't it? They'll never know the freedom that comes with control. But don't think this will be easy. Oh no. Controlling your emotions is going to hurt. It's going to break you in ways you've never been broken before. You'll have to get rid of parts of yourself, the parts that still hope life should be fair, that expect people to care. You'll have to cut out the weakness, the sentimentality, all the soft spots that make you human. And yes, it's going to hurt. But once those parts are gone, and once you've cut out all the softness, you'll be stronger than ever. You'll be free from the chains of your own feelings. And that freedom, it's worth every ounce of pain. Here's your choice. You can keep letting your emotions control you, keep letting them beat you down and keep you small. Or you can face them, own them, and turn them into your greatest weapon. You can be the one in control. You can be the one with the power. But it's all up to you. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to save you from the mess inside your head. It's on you to rise up, take control, and become something more than just another sad, broken mess. But don't think for a second that once you control your emotions, the pain will go away. No, it'll still be there, lurking in the back of your mind. But now, instead of letting it tear you apart, you'll cop in a sharp blade with sharp blade waiting for the right moment. The world is built on pain, kid. It thrives on it. The people who win are the ones who learn to thrive with it. While everyone else is running from the hurt, trying to escape the fire, you'll walk straight into it, grinning. Because that's what makes you different. That's what makes you dangerous. You embrace the suffering, and in doing so, it no longer controls you. And that's what scares them most, isn't it? People, society, they want you to be controlled by your emotions because it makes you predictable. It makes you easy to manipulate. But when you're the one pulling the strings, when you decide how you feel and when you feel it, that's when they can't touch you anymore. They'll look at you, and they won't understand. How can you stand there calm and unbothered while they're falling apart? You'll be the storm that can't be shaken. And they'll fear you, not because of your rage, but because of your calm. Because you've mastered what they never will, the power to control the uncontrollable. So here's the choice you've got. You can keep letting your emotions run wild, dragging you down, destroying everything in your path. Or you can take control and use them to your advantage. Because at the end of the day, it's not about getting rid of the chaos inside you. It's about learning to master it. You want to rise above. You want to be more than just another broken mess. Then own your pain, wear it like armor, and laugh at whatever life throws at you next. Trust me, kid, life's a lot more interesting when you're the one getting the last laugh. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep drowning in that sea of emotions? Or are you going to stand up, take a deep breath, and learn to control it? Because once you do, this world is yours. And let me tell you, there's nothing sweeter than watching it burn while you hold the match. Remember this, control doesn't mean shutting down your emotions or pretending they don't exist. It means taking them and turning them into fuel for your fire. It means smiling when everyone else is screaming. Standing tall when everything is falling apart. When you can do that, when you can use your anger, your sadness, your fear like weapons, that's when you become truly dangerous. And once you're dangerous, once you can face chaos and still stay yourself, the world will bow to you. Not because it wants to, but because it has to. And when you've turned every bit of pain and rage into strength, here's one thing to remember. You're not doing this for anyone else. Not for the people who doubted you, not for the ones who hurt you, and definitely not for anyone's approval. You're doing this for you. Because when everything falls apart and the noise dies down, the only thing that'll matter is who's still standing. And if you can control your emotions, control the chaos inside you, you'll be the last one standing laughing while the world crumbles around you. Now take that pain, that fear, that anger, and don't let it go to waste. Don't let it destroy you from the inside out. Use it. Shape it. Let it make you into someone the world can't ignore. Because here's the truth, no one's coming to save you. It's all on you now, so go ahead, make your choice. You can stay the victim or you can be the one who pulls the strings. But once you cross that line, there's no going back. Control your emotions or they'll control you. And when you finally understand that, you'll be free. And freedom. That's when the fun really starts.